Hi, I'm Tracy with the Oviedo Chicks, and today I'm with Tammy. Tell us the name of your company.
My company is TLP Coaching and Learning Solutions, but you may also know me as Teen Coach Tammy.
And I called Tammy because last month I had such a problem with Facebook, so I had Gloria over here helping me. This month I seem to be struggling because I have a teenager, and everybody keeps saying, you know, oh Tracy, I love the new curls, and I'm like, yeah, that's not my choice. It's because I'm pulling my hair out, and I don't know what to do sometimes. And I actually posted on Facebook and said that you were coming over and said, please let me know if anybody has any questions. And I actually got a list of questions so it makes me feel better that I'm not the only person. But Lisa Baez sent in our first question, and she wants to know if we should be looking under the bed to see if there are pods that our children really are aliens. So I'm going to go look under my bed, or his bed, one, but do you hear that?
I do hear that. That's very common. A lot of parents, when their kids reach those tween years, you know, around 11, 12, 13, you know, all of a sudden their beautiful, wonderful little child that thought that, you know, the sun rose and set over their moms, you know, they're gone. It's like overnight. All of a sudden, they're there one day and gone the next, and they've been replaced with this alien creature that, you know...
That even smells like an alien.
Yeah, in some cases, yes. Yeah, so it's very common. It really is.
Well, tell me a little bit about coaching. What is coaching? I mean, I've heard of coaching for adults, but...
Yeah, and coaching, you know, whether it's for teens or adults, it is a confidential partnership between a professional coach and the client, and I work with teens and young adults, so it would be that relationship. And
well, who's the client? I mean, if I'm paying you, do you make him do what I tell you to make him do, or?
That's a great question. When you work with teens and even young adults, sometimes the parents are still paying for it. So what happens is the goal of coaching is to, you know, set the goal of what you want to achieve, strategize with the client, put an action plan in place, and then the coach actually holds the client accountable for achieving what they agree to achieve, those actions that they agree upon. So even though the parent is paying, the parent, yes, of course, would have input. But the bottom line is the teen still has to be included in the strategy phase and in the action plan, because after all, they're the person that's going to be held accountable, and they're the person that's going to agree on what they're willing to work on.
That's true. And I think that's a big thing with the kids too, is they just want to have say-so. Maybe that's a lot of the problem. Well, tell me some of the benefits of coaching.
Well, there are a lot of benefits to coaching, not only for adults, because coaching's great for adults too. But for teens, you know, some parents have a hard time with asking another adult to come in and help them with their child. And that can be a hard thing, and it can be an intimidating thing.
There's like a stigma almost.
Right, yeah. But what happens is with coaching, I mean, we all know role models. We've all had role models. Hopefully we've all had really good role models. Our kids, no matter what they're involved in, they're going to find somebody to talk to about their problems and their situations. So I like to think of coaching with teens, whereas the parent has set the foundation for their child. And in most instances, they've set a really good, solid foundation, and you know, the kid is on track, and they know what's right and wrong. But you can leave it up to fate, or you can bring in an adult that you know and trust to help guide them,
and not all their friends on Facebook,
right, and help guide them in the right decisions and making more effective choices.
Well, I noticed our son's a young golfer, and I've talked to him before about coaching or this or that, and he doesn't want to have any part of it. So I know even with the kids, there's a stigma for them. Like, he thinks that I'm doing it because I think he's bad, and I'm not. I just want him to learn communication skills. Or how do you deal with that? How do you get the child to want to come in? Or is that we just get him there and you take over from there?
Well, and an important thing is to let them know, and a lot of kids feel like, oh, you're sending me because you think there's something wrong with me, or you think, I need therapy, and that's not the case. That's not the case. In fact, coaching is working towards achieving a goal, and in most instances, it's related to communication skills. But in order to get the child, the teen there, it's important that you talk with your child. Let your child know, what coaching is. Make sure it's very clear to them that, this is not therapy. I don't see that there's anything wrong with you. There are adults in the world that use, coaches all the time.
Athletes, everybody. I wish they would talk more about that.
Yeah, you're not going to find a successful executive or a successful athlete that does not have a coach. Okay, so because really, when you think about it, that's what we're doing. We are the coach, and if you put it in the mindset of an athletic coach, we're just like that coach. We're helping them achieve the goal that they want to get to. We're cheering them on from the sidelines. We're holding them accountable to okay, if you want to reach this goal, I'm going to be here for you. Okay, and
that's a great way to put it, because even though that's what we do as parents, like you said, at this age, they just don't listen to us. I mean, I guess it's a natural turn away or whatever, but it's still
heartbreaking. And that's why I say it's very beneficial in having a coach, because it is somebody that you as a parent, you're providing input to, and I as a coach will talk to you to find out what would you like to see for your child. So so
we do have some input.
You do have, oh yes, you definitely
would have input. And you can teach him to pick his laundry up off the floor?
Well, no guarantees on that, but that can be part of the action plan.
Well, so where would you meet the kids?
I meet the teens usually in a public setting. Okay, I avoid meeting at their homes, because I want them to feel comfortable, and I want them to feel that it's a safe place where we can talk, and that the mom or a sibling or somebody's not in the next room listening to what we're talking about.
With the baby monitor.
Right, with the baby monitor. Yeah, and it's really important for the teen to feel that this is a partnership between the teen and the coach. And it's really important that they feel that they have a say in what we're working towards, and confidentiality. It's very important, because when you lose that, then you lose the impact of it.
Oh, well, thank you so much for coming by, and I'll have your web information right here embedded on here.
Okay, great.
Is that the best way for somebody to contact you?
That is, yes. Just go to my website, and you can find all my contact information. There's information on coaching. There's also some resources out there for people. Good. So yeah. Check it out.
Is that a place where the teen would go, and that would make them feel more comfortable about you? Can they go and learn more about you and all that?
Definitely, yes. That's a good idea. And under my resource page, there are resources there for teens as well.
Oh, well, good. Well, thank you so much.
You're welcome. Thanks for having me, Tracy.